I'm Darlene, and I would like to welcome you to my kitchen. Today I'm making another really good main dish. This is my Beef Stuffed Cabbage Rolls. So, it's a wonderful dish to serve to everybody if you have a big get-together or something. I am putting it into my casserole dish. So we will have several, and I hope that you guys like this. This is one of my favorite. I love this dish. So, the ingredients that we need today, I have my, this is rice. I put it inside of here, in my animal cracker container. So this is my rice. This is regular long grain rice. It is, so I will be cooking it. Okay, thought I'd show y'all. This rice, it was a huge bag that I got at Walmart. It is my long grain enriched rice. So yeah, I will be cooking that. My long grain enriched rice. And it came in this huge bag, and I put it inside of a container. I love these big containers. I save them and put stuff all in them. So anyway, I have my rice, and then I have some oil that I will use with my rice. And then I have it's a pasta sauce, any kind of pasta sauce you can use. If you don't have pasta sauce, you can just use a can of tomato sauce. That will be fine. I just like the spaghetti sauces. I use them in everything. So I also have some olive oil, a can of diced tomatoes. It is a 14 and a half ounce can. And this jar here was a 24 ounce. I may or may not, well, I'll use all of it. We may have a little bit left at the end though. Okay, I have my cabbage, just one big chunk of cabbage. And I have 2 onions, one's medium large and one's small. It's up to you if you don't like onions, you don't have to use it. Same thing with, I have some garlic, fresh garlic. I love cooking with garlic. It's good for you. It has a lot of antioxidants. It's good for your health. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to have. It's healthy. I try to encourage everybody to use onions and garlic because they're good for well, they're good for your heart. They're good for swelling. They're good for high blood pressure. They help you to keep everything stabilized better. So, yeah, just a lot of different little things that they're good for. And so anyway, onions and garlic, it's up to you if you want to use them. You can also use the onion or garlic salt. I use those in a lot of recipes as well. So, okay, my spices, I have some basil and some parsley flakes, my salt and pepper. I have some mozzarella cheese. This is a 8 ounce, and I'm hoping it's 2 cups. I may end up needing some more, but this is an 8 ounce, so I'll let y'all know if I need any more than that. That's an 8 ounce bag. And then I have 1 egg and 2 celery stalk. And then I have my hamburger. This is 1 pound hamburger. So that's it, y'all. It's a very good dish. Takes a little bit of time, and there's not too much to chop up and all, so I hope that you guys like it. So let's get busy. Okay, y'all, so I have a big pan of water that I filled up. It's about half full. I'm going to put it on my burner, put it on high, bring it to a boil, and move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, now, what I have to do first is, with my cabbage, I have rinsed it off a little bit, and I have to cut into the this part. I'm gonna cut this out. So it's a good size cabbage. And I'm going to just cut down into it. Be very careful with your knives, but you'll see when after I get this cut. Kind of like a big old V, big old circle. Like I say, I gotta be careful with my knife. Okay. I want to cut down into it kind of deep here. Okay, let's see if I can pull this out. See this part? That's what I'm pulling out. That's what I don't want. And I'm going to cut it down just a little bit more. And when it boils, it'll cook all down into the middle of it too. Okay. I like to try to go down into the middle a little bit more. Oops. Okay, so what I've done is cut down into it. Alright, so now I'm going to place this as soon as my water gets hot, and I'll put it down into it with this part on the bottom. Okay? So as soon as that gets hot, that's what I will do. Now, get this stuff out of my way. Now, I'm going to work on my celery. I'm just going to slice these up. And then I'll stick it in the bowl. My daughters really like this dish. Oh yeah. Of course my husband does too. I think you guys will. It takes a little bit of time to prepare. But not even longer than most of the dishes. Alright. Get these put in here. Now some of this I'll do off camera, so that y'all don't have to watch it all. Celery's a little bit easy. I did wash my celery. I cut the ends off of it, the top and bottom, and then I rinsed them off, as I do all my vegetables. There we go. So, and my onions, now they take a little bit more time, I think. I cut off the top and bottom, and then just take that paper off. And I know that I have a lot of you new young people that are learning how to cook. I tell you on a lot of my different videos, starting out with all kinds of different foods, like my celery, just cut off the top and bottom, slice them up, wash them, and then slice them up, just like so. And with my onions, you just take off that outside part, slice the top and bottom, and take off the outside. Very easy. I know that a lot of you other people know all about all this stuff. But I like to try to tell young people, or people that haven't cooked much, I've been in the kitchen very much. Just take the top and bottom, just slice it. I just do that. And then it's kind of hanging. And it can kind of just pull. You get that side off of that. And it makes it easier to just grab a hold of. Grab a hold of that and pull it off. Sometimes it comes off easy, other times it doesn't. And it makes my eyes water. It gets to me every time. And this time I'm doing 2 of them, so it'll be quite a bit. And then what I do, as soon as I get that all done, I can feel it getting to my eyes. I take them and I rinse them off a little bit. It makes it to where it's not as slippery and easier for me to work with. Just rinse them off a little bit, and then I dry them. That way they're not slippery. Okay, and get this stuff here in the trash. I like to try to clean up as I go. It makes it a lot easier not having a mess. Whew, burner. Between that and the onions getting to me, I just cut it, have it sitting on this bottom, slice it right down. Right in half. And then it's so much easier to start cutting. And I'll do this other one. I'll do that one in a moment. And I'm just going to cut these into some medium-sized pieces. And y'all can cut yours whatever size you want. If you want onions, of course. I kind of turn it and cut it some more. I don't want them minced, but I don't want real big ones either. And you will hear me say that in a lot of my different videos. Because I like a good bite, but not too big, especially of onion. But I do love onions. They are good for you. Once you acquire a taste for them, you'll like to put them in everything. Especially when you find out how good and healthy they are for you. So, another bowl. Feel it. Okay. Finish cutting that up. And I know that a lot of you are cooking right along with me. So I try to show as much as I can of what I do. And where you guys can just watch and do the same thing at the same time. Whew, these are potent. And all. But I know others of you want me to get on to the next step. I try to do that too. But celery and onions don't really take too long. Potatoes take a little longer. Whew. Now these onions are getting in my eyes a little bit. Already, this one was very, very potent. So this one I'll cut up in a moment, off camera. This in here, my water is just about to boil. So I'm going to stick this down in it with this part on the bottom, okay? And I got to be really careful. I'm going to use a big spoon. I don't know, here it is. To help me guide it because I don't want it plopping down in that water and burning me. So you guys be very careful too, please. Okay? And I want that bottom part kind of on the bottom, that open part. And then I'm going to find a lid to put on that and cover it, and all of the leaves will kind of separate. The leaves of the cabbage head. So let that boil. I'm going to find a lid and cut the rest of this onion up, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. So my water's been boiling for a while. You want this to boil for 10 or 15 minutes just to loosen up the cabbage. Okay. I went ahead and cut up the other onion, so I have 2 onions, and then I worked on my garlic. Now my garlic, I just want to be in little pieces, kind of mincing it. And for those of you that have never worked with garlic, I took off the skin. If you cut the top and bottom, you can get the skin. It's real thin, like paper. Just, peel it off. So I'm going to cut the top and bottom of this off now, some more. And just cut it in little pieces. I've already got all that paper skin part off of it. And I'm just slicing it into little bitty pieces. Sometimes garlic can be really hard, but right now these are soft, so I'm able to slice into it real good. I'm slicing them really thin, very, very thin, and then I turn it and slice it some more, so they're like minced. I don't use a fancy knife to do it. I just have a serrated, whatever they call it, knife, and I like this knife. I use it for everything. Y'all will see in all my cooking shows that I like this knife. Yeah, I like it. And it's what I use. Okay. So. Okay. So I have that done. Garlic can be a little bit sticky. It sticks to your fingers. So anyway, I did a lot of garlic because I want to put some in my meat mixture inside of my cabbage rolls, but I also want it in my spaghetti tomato sauce stuff. So you'll see. But so I'm gonna put. That's why I did so much onions and so much garlic. See, so for most of the time I don't cut up and do that much onion and garlic in some of my recipes, but I am in this one because I want it in my mixture and in the tomatoey sauce. You'll see. You'll see. So this here has been cooking for a while. It's probably ready. Check that. Looking for a fork or plier things. That might work. So I'm just looking to see if they're loosened enough. I can tell it's definitely loosening on the outside parts of my cabbage, on the outside of the head, the whole head. I'm going to let it cook just a little bit more. I want to be sure the inside got soft. It's soft. So cook it for about 15 minutes, I guess. I think it's cooked for about 10 so far. I did turn it down because it was boiling to death and trying to boil out the water. So I turned it down to medium-high instead of high. So after I got off the camera. So okay, we are done with our chopping stuff up. Check my camera. Okay. So okay, now what I'm going to do is I have a big bowl and a colander that I put together like this. So when I take this out, I'm going to put it inside of here, and then the water will all drain out into my bowl. That just makes it helpful Handy, very, very handy. So I'm going to have that ready over here. And then I'm going to put in here in this pan, I'm putting 2 tablespoons of olive oil in my skillet. And I've been trying to get used to measuring everything so that you guys can follow right along and know exactly how much I'm doing. And I'm slowly getting used to measuring everything. 1, 2. And I'm using, that's my olive oil here. And that's all I'll need the olive oil for. Okay. And now, I'm going to get this warm. Turn it up high so it'll get warm quick for me. Turn my pan to coat the oil on it. I'm going to put these onions here, the smaller one, it's actually a good sized onion too. And then I'm going to put some of my garlic into this olive oil to saute. So that's what I'm doing with that right there. These I'm not ready for yet. That. Okay. My spaghetti sauce and my canned tomatoes. That open, but apparently it caught. Ooh, no, it still didn't work. Okay, I got it. I don't think I'm going to get it open. There we go. Whoops. If you ever can't open these, take you a towel and try to open it that way. If you can't get it that way, put it in the sink under hot water and it will loosen the lid for you. Then if you can't get it that way, take a knife and just kind of tap the top of it. It'll loosen it for you. So, only if you're going to use it immediately though, because it ruins the seal, on it. So, you do want to use it immediately then. Okay. I think this is ready. I'm going to put my onions in here first. Put all those onions in there. Close because this cabbage head's a good size. So I'm going to use 2 big good spoons to pull it out. You don't want to drop this back in the water or something and it splash you. That hot boiling water would not feel good. And it's kind of hard to get this out. Go. I'm going to take that off the burner. Off my burner. I don't need this anymore. That's it there. My onions are sauteing. And I'm going to turn this one, turn the front one off. I'm going to put this back here. I like cooking on the back. It's safer. I like cooking on the back. So, that now, I have me a pan for my sauce. I'll put this one over here. I'm going ahead and turning that up to medium high. I'm going to pour my sauce in. Pour my tomatoes in. I'm going to get a little bitty bit of water to put in here, just a little splash. I'll rinse out my can, pour it in here. This is just something that I do so that I don't waste any of my sauce. Put my lid on it, shake it up, get the rest of that sauce mix out. There we go. So now I have all of that out of there, nice and clean. I saved the jars, I reuse them. Okay, like I said, I try to clean as I go. So, now, oops, my onions are sauteing nice and quick. They're doing wonderful. This burner, this is off, but it's still hot. Yum! Yum, yum, yum. Slightly, when they change color to the kind of a clear, opaque, that means that they are sauteing. We're putting it in that oil. Mix it in that oil. Now, olive oil. Olive oil is healthy for you too. It is a good oil. So it works perfect to cook with. Very good. And it gives your foods a great flavor. It does taste different than the regular oil. Then this one, this is vegetable oil. I'm just using it when I go to make my rice in a moment. Okay. So there's several different steps to this meal. The cabbage, the spaghetti sauce. I call it spaghetti sauce. It's my sauce. Some people call it a gravy. But tomato sauce mixture. I call it my spaghetti sauce mixture. Same way that I make spaghetti sauce without the meat in it. Okay, my onions are almost done. They're really getting opaque in color and kind of clear like. And I'm going to go ahead and put in some of my garlic. I'm not putting all my garlic in this one, but not quite half of my garlic is going in this. Not quite half. So, I still have these here. And your garlic doesn't take but a minute or two to really cook. Especially since I cut it up so small like this. Okay. For my sauce. So I'm going to bring my camera up closer now, okay? Okay, y'all. So, I have my tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce and tomatoes in here, you know, and have this on medium now. My onions and garlic are cooking really quick. The garlic does not take long at all. 2 minutes. Actually cooked it a little bit more than that. Check my camera. Okay. So now I'm going to put some salt and pepper in my spaghetti sauce, just a little bitty bit of salt. I'm trying to not use too much salt. So y'all put whatever y'all think you might like. Pepper. I do eat pepper. And I'm putting some basil. Now you can sprinkle it in, or you can measure I think that I probably use about not that much, probably a half a teaspoon. That might do. I don't want to put too much, but yeah, about a half a teaspoon of basil into my sauce, my spaghetti sauce. Put it on there. And I'm going to go ahead and put my onions and garlic mixture here into my sauce. If y'all don't like onions and garlic, you don't have to put them in. Or if you want to just put some, if you'd rather just put some onion salt or garlic salt in here, that's just fine too. Whatever way you want to make your sauce. I want to give ideas on how to make stuff. Y'all don't always have to do it just like I do. But I want to tell you how I'm doing it in case you do want to follow along. Because like I said, I know that I do a lot of my stuff step by step. I know that a lot of y'all are watching every little thing I do. So I want your foods to turn out just right too. And sometimes I'll try to skip through, or like I said, chop up something without y'all seeing me record it. And I tell you when I do that. So when I stop my camera and I finish up cutting up something, you know, that's what I'm doing. And then y'all can always stop yours and restart it back. Not your camera, but the video. So have that here. Now I am going to start the meat part. So I have my hamburger, a 1 pound hamburger, and turn that off. Okay, I don't need a huge pan, but that's what I'm going to use for now. So I'm going to let my sauce simmer. I'll switch burners. There's a lot of different things going on for this dish, and this is cooling off enough for me to work with it. It's hot. It's very, very hot, y'all. Very hot. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to try to take these apart some. Ooh-wee. That thing's hot. And I have to take off and loosen up my cabbage pieces. And they're very, very hot. Yum. This is going to be such a good dish though. It's worth every bit of it. It's different, and I like dishes that are different. So I try to put some different ones out there for y'all. And I hope that y'all try them. I hope that you'll try it. I'm trying to get this apart. I want to try to do it without tearing the cabbage. I don't want to tear it. to work with it a little bit. It's so hot that I can't touch it. That's the problem. It's hot. I may have to let it cool off some more. Get it to loosen. Get it to loosen up. Turn it over. That might work better. Whew. Okay. So, this is hot, but I'm going to try and get a hold of different pieces here. Take them off. I put it on this tray so that it catches the water out of it. I drained most of it off in the colander. Doing my best to not tear it. Now when I boiled this earlier, like I say, you want to boil it for at least, I think 15 minutes. Boiling, at least 10, but it's got to boil for a little while to loosen from the head. Ouch. Got to peel that piece off. That's working better. Okay. It's still hot. Very hot. Ouch. I hope y'all can see. I think you can. Whew. You can let it cool off if you want to. I'm going to turn this down on low. This isn't going to have to cook very long. That's all we got done. This here's taking me a little bit longer to do the cabbage stuff here than I thought, because it's hot. Very hot. Alright, slowly getting it. I'm just working at it. So I'm going to turn the camera off and work on this a little bit more, okay? So y'all don't have to sit here and watch all of this. I'll work on this. Okay y'all, I'm back. These I pulled apart best I could. And I still got this much left in here. The inside's still a little bit hot. So just work with it or let it cool and then pull it apart, whatever way you want to do it. But this is what I did. Try to get it done quickly. So I'm going to remove this over here. So there's big pieces and then there's smaller pieces from the inside as you get closer to the inside. Pulling these out. Cooling off now. Yay! Okay, so I've still got this much. I'll just pull them apart. Whatever way it works for you. Try to not break them. Break it. You need to keep them in whole pieces as much as possible. Okay, so just let that cool. Alright, so I turned this down on low because it's pretty much done. Turn it off actually. So now I'm going to put my hamburger in here, and actually I'm going to make my rice first. So my rice, okay, so I'm going to make my rice, and I'm making homemade rice, and so I'm going to do, you need at least 2 cups of rice, okay? So if you want to use instant rice or whatever, or you cook rice that's left over or whatever you got, but you need about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of rice cooked, okay? So that's how much I'm making now. I'm going to make enough for 2 cups. So 1 cup, make a mess. 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. I'm not sure if y'all can see that over there. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. Put it on high. And since I did 1 cup of rice, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of my vegetable oil. So 1 cup of rice, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil into the water. That's 2 cups of water. Okay, and a splash of salt. Okay. Give that just a pinch. I don't have to, I just did. I'm going to get that hot, get that boiling, and then I will put the lid on it. Okay? So let that come to a boil. It's on high. It's on high. I hope that you guys like this meal, and I hope that you like the way that I teach. It's kind of a lot of different little steps to teach y'all, so I hope I'm doing all right. Anyway, my hamburger, I have 1 pound, putting it into my pan. Let's push it. This was one of the long things of hamburger, so it was the end of it. And I'm going to tear this up with my fingers, get it done quick. This is really worth every bit of the work that you're doing. And it takes me a little longer because I'm talking. And I want to make sure I tell y'all everything and give y'all different little hints on things. I don't want to forget and leave anything out. But I hope that I do this in a way that any beginner cook, or anybody can follow along if you want to. And I want yours to turn out perfect. I want it to be so good. I want you to love cooking. I'm trying to make different foods, because this is one. These cabbage rolls are something that people don't make very often, and they're really not hard. It's just several different little steps. Now, if you have your rice already made the night before, that helps. Or earlier, cook it earlier. Or, like I say, you can have the instant rice. That's easy too. I actually find the long grain rice to be just as easy as making instant rice. To me it is. I'm just trying to tear this stuff up. It'd be easier if I turn that on. Turn it on down to medium. Get that cooking. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll be chopping it up. Using my spatula to chop it up a little bit here and there while I'm cooking. Okay, so put this away. I'm going to wash my hands. I have the meat all over my fingers. I can't touch my camera. Okay, and it's always a good idea to wash your hands often when you're cooking, especially if you touch meat. Anytime that you deal with meat of any kind, wash your hands. Okay, my rice is boiling now. So now I'm going to turn it down to medium-low, right in between medium and low. And I'm going to put the lid on it. There we go. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more because it's kind of boiling pretty good. This one here, the heat's coming up. The heat is coming up. I'm turning it up a little bit so it can get hot faster. And I'll use this spatula with this. Okay, this is boiling now. Put it on. It's between medium and low. Put the lid on it, and I'm going to put a timer on it for 20 minutes. The rice takes exactly 20 minutes. Yeah. So, I don't have to do anything to the rice now. My sauce is ready as well. All I'm going to do now is work on my hamburger. I've turned it up to medium high. It's taking just a little bit to come up, for the heat to come up. Okay, so the heat's come up, it's starting to cook now. I'm sure it's already browning a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. It's still kind of on medium high. Turn it down to medium. Okay. I don't want it to cook too fast. That makes it shrink. Turn it back up. It's cooking slow to me. Medium seems like it's too slow. trying to do this, trying to break up my hamburger meat, and it's making this lid, making it jump. And just work with your hamburger and just kind of try to break it into littler pieces like you like. It's easy to do it while you're cooking before it's cooked too much, because then it's kind of harder, I think. I do a little of both. I do this now and after it's kind of cooked. I like hamburger. I like hamburger. Such an easy meat to cook with. And it doesn't make a big mess. I don't think so. Turn this over. All these pieces. Just cook them until they're not pink anymore. And at the same time, cut them into littler pieces. I use my spatula like this. It's just kind of cutting them, and I don't want to cut that piece. I guess after it cooks a little more it will. Now this is regular hamburger, so this does have more grease than if you were to cook with lean ground chuck. You know, hamburgers. That has a lot less fat in it. So this has it, the regular hamburger has more fat. Sometimes I like that. Like if I'm making chili or some soups, I want to have a little bit of the hamburger drippings for my flavor. Okay, this is cooking wonderful. Okay, now I don't want to cook it too long either, so I have some pink right here that's still cooking. I'm going to go ahead and put my onions and my celery in, okay? Because the rest of this is still cooking. Now some people, when they make their, make this, I'll turn it down a little bit, because it wasn't real hot. It's between medium and low, a little bit closer to low now. It still has 15 minutes to cook my rice. Okay, some people don't put the celery and onion in it. They'll put it in the rolls later. I want them to have a little bit of, not be so hard. So I want to cook them, saute them a little bit. So I just put them right on in with this hamburger. It cooks perfect. It's almost done. Okay. I'm just going to put this hamburger on top of that because I want the celery and onions to cook now. Put that back in there. I want that celery and onions to cook. Saute in the hamburger grease. Wonderful. This is going to be so good, y'all. I know y'all are going to love this. Yeah. I'm already hungry. I'll be ready. I'll definitely be ready. You're cooking good meals and all. Makes you hungry. Let it cook. Wonderful. The onions and the well, I better let it just sit there for a minute. I'll be back in just like 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Okay, y'all, I'm back. It's been about 2 minutes, maybe 3. This is cooking wonderfully. I think you guys can probably see it from over there. Wonderful. Okay, now I'm going to put my garlic in. Remember, garlic does not take very long to cook. 1 or 2 minutes. 1 or 2 minutes. So I'm going to let that sit in that oil. Like that. Put some salt and pepper. Not too much, but a little bit. I'm not measuring, so y'all just put in what y'all want. Of the salt and pepper, I don't measure. I just pour it in. Okay? Oops. And I'm going to put a little bit of basil in here. Basil. If you were measuring it, it would probably be 1/2 teaspoon. About like what I put inside of the sauce. Okay? Maybe a little more. I like spices. I really like spices. Okay, so the garlic's cooking up pretty quick. It's doing wonderful. It don't take that very long. And I can smell the basil. Ooh wee. Basil, the garlic, onion. Oh man. Y'all, this is smelling really good. Like I said, I'm getting hungry too. I am hungry. And I still gotta wait a while. A little while. Yum. Yum. This smells good. This is gonna be delicious, y'all. Okay. My rice still has 8 minutes. And the rest of this is done. I don't want to cook the meat too much more. It's already brown. There's no pink. My onions are sauteed. They're clear, opaque in color. My celery's already gotten softer. This is wonderful. And the flavor, yeah. And basil and garlic, ooh, yum. That smells wonderful. Turn that down to low. I'm going to put that in a bowl. I'm going to put it in this bowl. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Turn that off. Whew. And this is heavy. It's a heavy pan. Oh, it's too heavy. Ouch. Can't get it too close to the pan, it'll burn me. Okay. Try to get it all out without getting all of the oil. I don't want, that was heavy. I don't want a whole lot of oil. I have most of it, you can't hardly see it, but there's still some more oil down in there. And it depends on the hamburger that you use, whether you use the ground chuck, the lean ground chuck, or whether you use regular hamburger, to how much drippings you'll have left. Oil drippings, grease, whatever you want to call it. So, get all that out. Look at that. Look at that, look at that. Yum. But yeah, I didn't want to cook that anymore. I don't want my celery and onions to turn to mush. I just wanted them soft enough. And my garlic cooked. Hamburger's done. It's ready. Let that right there. I'll let that cool. Now, my rice is still doing. This is going to be great, y'all. I'm going to move the camera again so that I can work. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me check. No, y'all can't see. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, my rice is done. Turn that off. So turn that off. Rice is done. I don't have to touch it. Everything's fine. Right now, I've got to work on these cabbage pieces. And what I want to show you, gotta find my knife. Find my knife. Okay. So, I'm going to cut off some pieces of my cabbage. And when I say that, let me find a good piece here. Okay, like this one. I'm going to hold up the cabbage. See, this is the top. It's got that thick piece on there. It has the thick back part. So what I'm going to do is cut like a V shape out of it. I'm going to hold that up. Let y'all see. Kind of like that. On that side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I don't want to tear it. Okay. So I'm just really cutting off part of the thick part. Okay? Just cut off part of that thick center. And kind of like that. Off the top. So, like it was, this is the way it was. And I just cut down into it. Okay? Out of that thick part. So the thick part's taken off. And that way, when we roll it, we put the meat in it and roll it up, it works a whole lot better. So, we'll put the stuff in it and it rolls better. I'll show you as we get there. Now I've got to cut these off on all of them. All these little ones. It's easier to show you on the little one. Just cut that, see, like that. And cut that big fat piece off. Just that one little piece. It makes it easier to fix and roll your cabbage rolls, your stuffed cabbage rolls. These are going to be wonderful. I just take off that middle piece and I just cut it kind of like a V. Now just see, it's just kind of, it's not exact, but I just kind of cut it like a V. Cut that little piece out. So I'm going to do that with all of these. Oops. So after I get this all done, I'm going to count the big ones. Let's see how many big ones I have. So I'm just doing this right now. So I'll finish this and then I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. So I've separated all those. I got all the little notches cut out of them. And move this over here. And now I have about 13 to 14 big pieces where I say, you know, about like this. I kind of work with that spot. or kind of like this. You can see how big it is. Those are a little bit bigger. Some of these get down to that size. I don't think I could work with anything that's much smaller. I've still got this right here and other little pieces. I have 4 or 5 good sized little ones, but they will be a little bit harder to work with. So I'll just put that aside. I might use them, I might not. So, but I've got 12 to 14 decent sized pieces I think I can work with. The big ones. So that's what you want, is the bigger leaves as much as possible. Okay? So, let's see, I've got those right there, here, this. Okay, what I need to do now, I'm going to grease my pan. No spray. I don't have much spray in here. There's one that has a little bit more. So I always take it over to the sink because it's greasy and I don't want it getting anywhere else. There's the bottoms and the side. Okay, that should be pretty good. Set that right there. And let's see. I got a little more. Let me do right this stuff. I need to put my rice mixture in here. I'm going to put an egg in here and some cheese in here. Okay? So I'm going to keep this over to the side here. I'm not sure what you guys can see, and I want you to be able to see. Okay, good. Break my egg. Stir your egg up a little bit, just like you do scrambled eggs. Just stir it up with a fork. Perfectly fine. Okay, now my rice is ready. And my meat mixture here. Look at that. I think you guys can see that pretty good. Look at that. Yum! Plenty. Celery, rice, all that good stuff. I don't want that sitting there too long. Still kind of hot. So I'm going to put some of my rice in here. I'm just breaking it up with this spoon. Because when you're cooking it, you don't stir it at all. You don't touch it for that 20 minutes. You take it off the burner with the lid on it and just let it sit. It's perfect. Rice is easy to cook. Very easy to fix. I love it. Now this looks like more than, 3 cups. It was supposed to make 2 cups, but it makes more. I only made 1 cup of rice. But that definitely looks like, it looks like 3. It looks like 3. Anyway, I'm going to put some in here. And I guess I should measure. I will measure. Okay. One. About 2. Let's see how that does. Yeah, it looks like there's still another good, more than a cup. But y'all watched me measure. I did it according to directions. But I would rather have more than not enough. So, get this stirred up. I'm going to use this. I'll put some salt and pepper in here. You don't have to put any more if you don't want to. I just want to. I just want a little bit more. I'm putting that rice in it and it will soak it in. Stir that all together. It's going to be great. Stir it all up. Okay. Since I do have a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit. Okay? So. Now I'm going to add about a half of this cup, measuring cup. Okay? So 2.5 is what I'm putting in. You don't have to put that much in if you don't want to. I still have about a cup left. It made a lot. So I put 2.5 cups of rice in here. That's up to you. Totally up to you. Alright. Yum. Okay. Now I'm going to put this egg that I just beat up into here, okay? Pour it right in. And I'm going to get a spatula because I want to make sure I get all of that egg. All of that egg mixture. Because I'm only putting one egg in it. You can use 2 if you want to. So the next time you make it, if you decide, you know, maybe you want to use 2, that's fine. That would be fine. And I'm just going to mix this up now, okay? That's the egg in there. And I'm going to put some cheese in there. Okay. So I'm going to put, oops. That might be 2 cups. Huh. Okay, 1 cup. I'm putting 1 cup in, okay? Just a moment. Okay, so I'm going to pour this on in. Cheese. Spoon it around. Mix it in. It'll kind of melt a little bit with all the hot stuff here. It's not too hot now. Kind of warm. It's warm. So we have our egg in here now, some more salt and pepper, and our cheese. Okay? Now you can put more cheese in if you want to. And you can put different kinds of cheese. It doesn't really matter. I like the mozzarella. Some people will put Romano or something else. But I like mozzarella. It works so good in all my dishes. I like it. But if you have Romano cheese, that will work wonderful. Parmesan will be okay. Use it. So it's kind of like, you know, whatever you want to use. Make it your way. Make it your way. That's what I always tell everybody. So you get ideas from what I do and everything, but change it up to whatever you have on hand, whatever you want to use. So just get stirred up real good. The cheese and the rice and all that stuff. Yum. Okay. So, I think this is ready. Yum. Yum. This is going to be wonderful. Look at that. Yum. Okay. So, whew, now it's the fun part. I get to put it together, roll it up and put it in here. Get my camera back up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to get another plate so I can work on it and then put it in here. Be right back. Okay, so put that there. Now I have my sauce that we made earlier. That's my pasta, spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce, whatever. Some people call it gravy. Anyway, here's my dish. I greased it. Already. And I'm going to put some sauce down the bottom of it. Okay? Just spoon it in there. Just slightly cover the bottom. You will have some left, see? There we go. Put the lid back on this one. Whew. Okay, now I'm going to get busy making our rolls, our cabbage rolls. Now I'm going to try to do one of these other ones first. So I can get in the groove of it. Trying to get in the groove of it, y'all. I haven't done these in a little while myself, so I'm thinking, okay, so you start with the top part, the part that's got the thickest part on top, up here where we cut the V shapes off, and let the bottom hang. So lay it like that. So this is the thick part right here. Now I'm going to spoon some of this, not too much. See how I can do this. About like that. One big spoon here. And then get in the groove. Get in the groove, so I put a little bit more. See how we can do this. See? About like that so far. Let's see how I can do it. Roll it over, try to hold it in. And on the edges, we're going to fold them in. I'm going to put a teeny bit more in here. Just a little bit more. I think I can get it in there. I think I can do this. I hope so. Roll it over. I'm going to pull it towards me, and at the same time, I'm going to take these pieces on the side. That happens to be an extra piece right there. Pull this around. Pull this around. Okay? Keep it as tight as you can get it. Okay? Now pull this side around. Okay, try to make it tight. And roll the rest of it. I hope you guys can see this. I hope you can see how I did that. I'll do another one. So, and I'm just going to put this one, pick it up, and put it in here, okay? And put that bottom part on the bottom. The bottom, the last piece that got wrapped up. It was on the bottom. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so I've got the thick part right here. Put that right in there. Now, I'm not the best at doing this, so I know you guys can do just as good as me. I'm sure you can. Okay, I'll add a little bit more. A couple of big ones then. You can have them bigger or littler. So I'm taking this part. Okay, I'm taking this side part and kind of rolling it in. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this. But I'm going to use my fingers in a minute and make it tighter, okay? And then we'll roll it that way. So, let's see if I can do it tighter. Kind of push that, use your fingers, you're getting messy here. And push that meat up in there. Push that mixture, okay. Now I'm going to take this, like I just showed you, around. And this part around. Like a burrito. And now roll it as tight as you can get it. Now I put a lot of meat in that one. I really did. Woohoo, I have a big one. Okay, so I'm going to try to pick it up, and the seam goes on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to put that one like that, right there. That's a big fat one. You can make them fat, skinny, whatever you want to do. Whatever works for you. Okay, here goes another one. Same side. And you can see I've been putting quite a bit. Some of these I'll put a lot, and some of them I won't put as much. Yeah. I may make another dish to put some smaller ones in. Okay. Pull that up. This go around. This go around. And that kind of tore. If it tears or something, that's okay. You'll have bigger sizes and littler sizes. Sometimes. Okay, go right there. Now, I'm going to try to look a smaller one. Do this one. Sometimes the cabbage is hard to work with, especially if it has the bigger, fatter pieces and they don't want to bend. Your outside pieces on your cabbage are going to be the very best and the very easiest for you to use. They really are. But all of it's going to taste good, no matter what. There we go. Yeah, I've got some fat ones. I think I'm going to grease me another casserole dish because I'm going to try to use some of these small ones. This is going to be real fat ones and big ones. And then some of mine will be smaller. I think I'll do that because I have plenty to work with. Oops. Just bend it around best you can. I know you guys are going to like these. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. See, now even though that one's thin and all messed up, it's going to be great. It'll actually be fairly easy to work with because it is flexible. A little bit more flexible. I think. think. Roll that around. Around. Yum. Yum. And then I'll put that. Put you right here. That one right there. Okay. I have a lot to do. I'm going to do smaller ones on another one, so I'm going to finish doing huge ones on this pan. Finish doing big ones on this one. They seem to be getting bigger. I make them big. I'm gonna do a big one. I need a big one. Put it in here. See, that's all of them. And I have a bunch more to do. Littler ones, I will do that. I'll get those done too. But right now I'm going to go ahead and finish this one. Turn your oven on. That's what I want to tell you. Turn your oven on to 350. Okay, think 350. Start preheat. Oh, okay. I'll work with the rest of these in a moment. Put that over there. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of sauce on the top of this. You can put as much as you like, or little. Totally up to you. I made these big, 6, 7, 8. I thought I could get them all in here. These are big. These are big. So what I'm going to do, finish this and I'll stop the camera while I do all the little ones. And then we'll finish up. Look at that. Now, I'm going to put a little bit more cheese. I guess it's about another cup. Now, since I've only got a cup, I think I'm going to put half of it on here and half on the other one. Okay? Sticking together. So I've got about a cup left. I'm going to put some of it on here. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit. Just half a cup on on this and half a cup on the other little ones that I'm making now. I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, I still have half a cup. That's for the rest of them, okay? Look at that. Look at that. Yum! Yum! I hope y'all could see me putting them together like that. I hope y'all can do it and not have any problems. Yes! This is going to be wonderful, y'all. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. A little bit time consuming, but if you're doing it real quick and you're not talking and all, you can do it much faster than I am. And or if you watch it, you know, I have parts that I cut out a little bit, and I try to save a little bit of time. If you're watching it, follow the video. You know, just watch the video, then turn around and watch it. Do it with me. You know exactly what's coming up next, and it makes it so much easier. Just do it step by step as I do it. And you'll be done much faster. It won't take you this long. It won't take you quite this long to do it. So, okay, I'm going to turn the camera off and go ahead and work on some small ones on another greased dish. Okay? I shall be right back. Okay, y'all. So, I finished them. Look how many more I ended up with. There's no way I could have squished all these into one unless I did little bitty bits in each one. You can have little ones and have them rolled up real tight and fit them in there maybe, but this is better to me. And I still have some more of my cabbage. The little head and the little bitty ones like that. I still have some left. I used what I could. And of course all these pieces, this is cooked. There's nothing wrong with this. Cook it some more in the microwave. This part right here maybe needs cooked a little bit more. You can put it in the microwave, zap it, and put some butter and salt and pepper on it. It'll be great. Or you can put it in a soup, whatever you want to do. Put it in the fridge until you need it. And we have a little bit of rice left. But this here, look how much this made. I gotta put some cheese on it. My other half. So we did use 2 cups total. Okay, I put a whole cup, a little bit more, in the meat mixture with the rice and the meat and everything in that bowl. And then I'm using this one, half of this on here and half of it on here. So yeah, 2 cups. And you can put more. Whatever kind of cheese you want. And as much as you want. You can put, you know, different things in your recipe. You can add bell peppers or anything if you want, but I like celery in this one. In these. Yeah. This is wonderful. I have the oven set on 350. And we're going to stick them in just a moment. I sure do hope you guys try this. I hope you do. And look how many it makes. Now it does depend on the cabbage that you have. Get a big one, because the bigger leaves are so much easier to work with than the little ones. You know, you get down to these little things, that's hard to work with. So try to get a big one. I had a big one. Look how many I got. This is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. I'm very pleased. Okay, got my cheese, Look at that. Y'all see them? 2 of them. 2 of them. Yo! They're on, oven's on 350. I'm going to cover this with my metal wrap. be perfect. Now, I'm going to put these in the oven. Let them bake. Give me a pot holder in the middle of the oven. So on 350, I'm going to let them bake for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Turn my timer on. Can't get it right. 45. Okay. 45 minutes. I'll take care of this and this stuff. So, yeah, I'll be back in 45 minutes. And then we're going to do something else. A little bit. Well, no, I already put the cheese on it. Yeah, 45 minutes. And then we'll take the wrap off and we'll put it back in. Yeah, that's right. We'll take the wrap off and then we'll put it back in for a little bit. So, yeah, I'll be back in 45 minutes. There you go. It is done. Yay! Smells good. It smells good. There we go. That is going to be great. Let me see. I need something to give me a fork. A couple of forks. Good. Hot. Woohoo! Wait. Oh yeah. Yum. Well, I like this. Oh, yes you are. It's so steamy. Hot. Hot. Now, I took those off. I'm going to put them back in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? Alrighty, we got to do that. Actually, they look good now. They really do. So you can put them back in for 5 minutes. Now you could also put more cheese on it right now. This is where I put the, you can put more cheese on it, and you can put some parsley flakes on it. I put my parsley flakes on it. Parsley. I think I've got enough cheese on it though. I used 2 cups, so. Just shaking it on. Yum! This is going to be wonderful. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Yum. Oh, both of them look so good, y'all. They look so good. Oh yeah, oh yes. Yay! Now, I'm going to stick it back in the oven for, like I said, you can do it anywhere 5, 10, 15 minutes, all depending on whether or not you want to put more cheese on it. I think I have enough cheese. I put 2 cups total, and my bag's gone anyway, so empty. So anyway, I'm going to stick these back in the oven for about 5 to 8 minutes, I think, for me. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Or maybe 10. I'll put them in for 10 minutes. Because mine are fat. I better put them in. Yeah, I better. I'm supposed to for 15, so put them back in for 15, 10 to 15. Depending on how fat yours are, I suppose. Ooh. Heavy. Heavy. Okay. And this time we don't have these on them. Okay? I'm going to put mine in for 10. I think 10 will be good. 10 minutes. You can do these for 15 if you like, but I'm doing it for 10. Okay? And I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay. Now it's done. Yay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks so good. Yeah, bubbling. Bubbling. Very hot. Wow. Oh, yeah. It's good. I'm going to have to let that cool off to eat it. Yeah. I'm going to bring the camera over so y'all can look at it. Look at that. Yum. Yum. It was bubbling. I brought the camera over, it's already stopped bubbling. But it looks so good. Yeah. Yeah. These look so good. Now I'm going to let them sit and cool off. Probably at least 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Because when you dig into them, they're going to be liquidy and very hot. So I'll give it at least 10 minutes. Hey everybody, it's done, it's cooled off. Now I can get me some. Yes, yeah. This is going to be so good. I'm excited. I'm excited. I get to dig in and I'm hungry. I told y'all I was hungry. I was cooking something hungry. Oh my goodness, y'all. This looks good. Ooh wee. I'm gonna get me a spoon and get some of this yummy stuff in there too. Some of this tomato stuff. I want it underneath of it. I likes it. I like it. Y'all watch me. I've worked hard on this. It's really not hard. It just has several different steps that you need to take to do. Yum. Yum. Yeah, proud of this. I am proud of this. Now I can take this off. Look how pretty. It looks so pretty. Look at that. Look at that. Yum. I did that. You can make them too. Yes. Our wonderful stuffed cabbage. Yeah, stuffed cabbage rolls. Yeah, they look so good. They look so good. Yeah, clean that up. Yum. I'm excited. Okay, I get to dig in. Okay, I get to eat this now. I really hope that you guys make this at home. Make that at home. It's not too hard to make. It's you saw, it takes a little bit of time. Just do everything step by step. Do just like I did. And I think you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy making it, but you're going to love eating it. Oh yeah. Homemade stuffed cabbage rolls. Yum. Alright, so let me say a quick prayer. Our Father in heaven, I thank you for helping me make another good dish. Thank you, Father, for your help and your guidance. Father, thank you for your love. Father, I ask you to bless this food and help it to nourish my body and anybody else that makes it. Father, I ask you to fill me with the anointing and your Holy Spirit. Lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Father, thank you. Thank you for your Son. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for everything. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Ooh, now I get to eat. Oh my. Oh my. Been a little while since I've made something like this. Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. Oh man. This is so good, y'all. If you like cabbage at all, you'll love this. Cheese, rice, tomatoes. Oh, hamburger. This is a special meal, okay? I know it takes a little time. I cut that cabbage. It takes a little bit of time to make. It's worth it. It is worth it. This is so good. Yum. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm very happy. Very happy. This turned out wonderful. Oh, you guys are going to like this. I know that I say that a lot when I make dishes, that you're going to like it. Because everything I make, it's good stuff. I'm only going to make something that's really good. And record it for y'all. I'm not going to put it out there unless it's something I think that you guys are going to love. And, you know, I tell you about it. I tell you how good it is. I tell you, everybody will love this. If you like cabbage, you will like this. It's really, really good. And, oh man, it's easy to eat. Thinking of things and got my mouth full. This is not going to be real filling. I mean, it'll fill you up. It's not going to leave you stuffed, okay? You know how some foods will just fill you up and you feel that heaviness? This will fill you up without leaving you stuffed, okay? Put you something else on the side or some bread, or I like this by itself. But, or you can, you know, different vegetables, if you like. Mashed potatoes, some bread. That's what comes to mind for me. But I like this here right now, like this. This would be good with mashed potatoes. Yeah. Yeah, it would be. And garlic bread. Mmm. I have a whole lot left. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. Because I like leftovers. I do my cooking. I get a little bit done. Then I'll take a break for a day. When I can. I have to cook anyway, but I like to make special dishes like this and share them with y'all. I really do. I like it. I love to share special dishes. And I know so many different things that I love. And I know if I love it, you guys will too. So, the tomatoes, I have, I got all the basil on top, not basil, the parsley on top. It looks pretty. It looks, if you serve this, yeah, people are going to think you worked really hard, which you will be taking some time and working with, but it's wonderful. You can make it the night before. You can, or that morning, and then heat it back up in the oven and serve it. Look how much it makes. For the amount that I did with y'all, it makes that much. And I put a lot in. I thought I was putting a little bit, but I always seem to do that. I do the same thing if I make burritos or something else like that. But I always put a lot in them. You guys will like this. Your family is going to love it. Now this, like I said, this is like for company. This is special. But, hey, we're special too. Eat as much of it as you want. Go back for seconds. Have it that day and that night too. It's that good. And it's healthy. You've got a little bit of meat. You've got your vegetable, your cabbage, celery, onion, tomatoes, a little bit of cheese. It works so well together in this dish. Yeah, this is special. Yeah, so I hope that you guys try this. I sure do. It is so good. It melts in your mouth good. This is the good, healthy, the kind of food I really like. Warming, comforting, wonderful. This is wonderful. I know you guys are gonna like this. Get my tongue's getting tongue-tied here. Mmm. 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 I told you guys I was hungry. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is great. I like this. I like this. You guys are gonna love it. I'll cut it some more. Yeah. Absolutely wonderful. Yay! Y'all got to try some. You got to make it. You got to make it. It's so good. Mm-hmm. Mmm. One more bite. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. Y'all let me know if you like it. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Tell me if you tried it. Tell me if it worked out the way you thought or what. It's gonna work out. Just follow everything I did step by step. That's why I teach the way that I do. So that all you beginners can do this too. Just watch the video, turn around, cook with me. You know what to expect. You have the ingredients. Yeah, because if you watch it first, then you know every little thing I've said throughout it. You know what to expect and what comes next. Just do it just like I did. You will love it. It will turn out absolutely perfect. It will. It will. So anyway, I do appreciate everybody watching it. And those of you that watch me do this all the way through, please understand I want to teach new people getting in the kitchen and learning how to cook. And there's so many things that you take for granted that you just don't realize that you don't know, or nobody's told you something, this and that. I mean, so many little details, little things. And I want to help people. So those of you that know how all this cooking and know how to do everything, I do appreciate you spending the time watching them too and understanding why I take so long on my videos. Thank you all for watching. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. Check out my other videos. Subscribe to my channel. That helps me a lot. And yeah, I want y'all to see all the different things that I make and to get notifications or whatever whenever I put new stuff out. I don't want you to miss anything. So now check out my channel. I'm putting out all kinds of new stuff all the time. I'm putting out main dishes like this. Main dishes, side dishes, soups, salads, vegetables, pies, cakes, breads, all kinds of desserts and stuff. And I hope that you guys like it. I really do. Check out my channel. Yeah, I think that you will like it. I think you'll find something that you like. Casseroles, everything. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. And leave me a comment. I love it. I'm so grateful for you guys watching. Thank you. Thank you for your time, your patience. And I hope you love it and you can make you some and dig in. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. So, I'm going to go and enjoy this. Yes, I am. Okay. As always, bye.